Hello. So today I want to tell you about the game Wispwood from CGE, and this is a game that I had been enjoying on Board Game Arena and finally got to recently see in person, and it is so fun. Obviously, I like trying games on Board Game Arena, but I prefer the tactile experience of a real game. So this is a tile placement game, but it obviously has some twists to make it unique. So let me tell you about it. You are going to get one of these super cute little cats that is going to be in your area that you are building out. So you pick your cat, and in round one, you are going to be building out a 4x4 grid. So how are we going to do that? Well, we have the pond, and the pond is going to be filled with wisps, and wisps come in a few different types. So we put them out there like this. And it's just random how they're put out there. There's no rhyme or reason. And it's also random how you hooked the pieces together. So just like that. And then the back side of all of the wisps are trees, because you will be placing tree tiles out as well. So as you can see, each wisp is between two different shapes. And that matters because when you take a wisp, you're going to choose one of those shapes and you're going to build that shape in your 4x4 grid. And the wisp will be any one of those pieces in that shape that you choose. The rest will simply be trees. Now, why does that matter? Because wisps score differently, and each game they will score differently. So the orange wisps have 5 different ways they can score. Same with the green and the blue and the pink, and there's going to be a way that your trees score. So each game you're going to have different scoring objectives. So for example, this one you get points for pumpkins with no pumpkins in the surrounding spaces, and there's a table at the bottom that tells you how you're going to do that. This one you get points for every wisp, every hat wisp that is placed. It must be surrounding your cat when it's placed, but you're going to get points for total wisps. So that's great. So as you can see, each one's going to score differently. So on your turn, you are going to pick a wisp and you are going to decide the shape that you want to use. And again, we are locked into a 4x4 grid. So right now my cat's just kind of free floating in my 4x4, but as I place pieces, that will choose my restrictions. So I am going to go with this shape. So I need 3 tree tiles. 1, 2, 3, and then this wisp. And I am going to then place that shape into my area. So I have started building out my 4x4 grid, and then play passes to the next person. This does not refill. So they are left with what's still there. If at any point there are no wisps there, it will refill. Or if there's only one type of wisp there, then you can choose to discard those and refill. So those are free actions. Now, my cute little cat that I was talking about. So it looks like this. However, I can take what's called a cat turn, meaning I flip it over and you can just see its cute tiny eyes, and that gives me a few different options. I can refresh the wisps in a way that, I can take everything off of there and refresh them. I can choose to take a wisp and pick a different shape that I want to place that wisp with. But if my cat is already turned over like this, those options aren't available to me. How do I get my cat back to its full side? I take what's called, again, a cat turn, but I do it as trees. So now to flip him back over, I can take 1, 2, or 3 tree tiles and place them in my grid. So sometimes that can help you fill holes and things like that, because building out this 4x4 grid with these shapes may not work out perfectly. So we're going to be building this up, and we're going to, be working towards that 4x4. If there's nothing you can take, then that's where you would just then do a tree turn to get some spots filled in, things like that. So we are just going to pretend like this is somehow the grid that I filled out. So this is round 1. And now we score this up. So we will look at the scoring conditions for each of the wisps and the trees, and we will score it up. Here's where the fun part happens. We're going into round 2. So round 1 was a 4x4. Round 2, we are now going to be building a 5x5 grid. And round 3, we are going to be building a 6x6, but we're not simply building onto our existing grid. No. We've scored this up. All of our trees are going away. Everything else is staying where it is. And now we are building our 5x5 grid. Before the round starts, you may choose to move your cat to any spot within your grid that's legal, like that. And then we start and we do it all again. We score at the end of round 2 and the end of round 3. And for as many ways as there are to score, this game seems to always come down to a few points. Now, one of the coolest things about this game that is not really something that impacts play at all, but is just really, really cool in my opinion, is these wisps. I'm not sure how well you can see it. They glow under black light. So you could play this game with a black light and have some fun with it, which is super cool. Even my little cat, his eyes glow. Is this necessary or functional for the game? No. But these are the cool touches that I really enjoy. But Jamie, why do you have this random black light? Oh, because I shop for vintage items and sometimes you need this to see what glows. If you want to see the vintage items, I get my Etsy's in my link tree. But just a fun little touch. I know some people have played this like in the dark with a black light because it makes it even more fun and atmospheric. So Wispwood is very clever in the way that it plays, and you remove those trees every round and rebuild out, but you keep your wisps so your scores can really multiply in those future rounds. So I really enjoy this game. I would love to know, have you played it? What do you think of it? Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.